Hello everyone, this is a guide to the Axon controller harness for the Talaria Sting series of bikes. This video is designed to go through the harness just to tell you where each connector goes and also give you a little bit more information about it. I'm going to start this video with an information graphic which will display the connectors numbered with some information on the left-hand side, which you can see now. You can refer back to this anytime when you are fitting, or if you have any questions, you can obviously get in touch with us. So I'm going to start first of all with the controller side of the harness. So we'll start with number 1 and number 2. So number 1 is this one just here that I'm wiggling with my hand now. And number 2 is this one. Number 1 is an 8-pin connector, which goes in the top left-hand side of your controller. Number 2 goes just underneath it. This is a 16-pin connector. You can't really mix these two up. They will only fit in one of those two connections. Number 3 is on this side of this cable. This is number 3. This goes to what is labeled the motor section of your controller, down in the bottom left-hand side of the controller. So you have 3 connectors for your controller. These 3, number 1, number 2, and number 3 on this separate cable. So now I'm going to move on to the bike harness side of the connectors, and we're going to start with connector number 4. So number 4 is a square 9-pin connector that goes into the main harness of your Talaria bike. When you remove your controller, you will remove 2 of the large square connectors like these 2. This one just replaces one of the ones that you've removed directly. So this is a main harness connector, which is number 4. Then we're moving on to number 5. Number 5 is also a square 9-pin connector. And you will see this is on a separate cable. So cable number 5 is this one here, and it is for your main harness to connect into your main harness of the bike. Again, it's one of the connectors that you will remove on your standard controller, so it will replace the one you've removed. The next cable is cable 6. This cable may cause some confusion, so it's really important that you understand how this works. We'll start with 6B. So this will go directly into your Axon display. You will run the longest display cable, which has a blue end, down into your bike harness, and it will terminate here on this connection, 6B. So 6B is for your display. 6A is a cable that you will use to help power your display. When you remove your original display, there are 2 different types of connector you will see on it depending on the bike's age. So this is from an MX4, it's from quite a new bike, and you will see it has a circular connector. However, for some of the older displays, MX3 and older, or some of the older road legal versions, you will find that it has a square connector. Depending on which connector you have on the end of your stock display, you will need to use one of the cables that we've provided. When you unplug your standard display, you will take the corresponding cable that plugs in here, run it down your handlebars into your ignition, and plug it into either this connector here, or if it is a newer bike, you will plug in 6C and 6A together, and you will use this connector, a circular connector. So depending on if you have an MX4, an MX5, or an MX3, you will use one of these connection options, either the black circular connector or the 4-pin white connector. MX4 and MX5 will use this connector, and MX3 and some of the older road legal versions will use the square connector. Now, connector number 7 will plug directly into your regen throttle accessory. So you will run your regen throttle from your handlebar down into your ignition and plug directly into this 3-pin triangle connector. You will see from the information graphic that there is a cable marked cable 8, which is this cable here. For the moment, you don't need this. This is potentially for using with another accessory. So if you do have this with your controller, please just keep it safe and put it to one side. Finally, I would just like to go through the connectors on the display unit you get with the Axon display, so there is no confusion. You will see there are three connectors on this display unit. One is a very long blue connector, and that is the connector that you will use to go to 6B. Then you have two smaller connectors, which are blue and green. The blue one is for another accessory that we are working on currently, so you do not need this connector. You can tape it up. The green one will plug directly into your function switches, so you will come from your handlebars, just like the regen throttle, and run the connector for the function switches directly to this green cable. The corresponding cable on the function switch is also green, so there is no confusion. Hopefully this video provided you with some good information. If you have any more questions, please contact us using the email info@axon.racing or using the help function on the app. Thanks very much for watching.